Yo, welcome in Legends. Hopefully y'all having a wonderful hump day. Old Barb. No terror zones. Let's get some tunes going. I was almost thinking about just doing in-game sound, but nah. Let's get a beer cracking, am I right? No sugar. It's just some sugar-free soda. Mr. First Like. You know what? Serene nature, I'll forgive you. JK, of course. Or, I mean, joking, I do forgive you, but I'm, you know what I mean. So, Lolligator, EJ, Yukon, what's going on? What's going on? Serene, I already shouted you out. Sask. Sask gone fishy. Thumbnail goes hard. Who? T-Foss was going on. Yeah, that turned out, that was one of those ones that turned out so good, I couldn't help myself. Chuckle when I did it. Sure, why not? We'll stop and hit these guys. Maybe I'll get lucky, yeah? Never know. Maybe pop a Vex out of there. Actually, I need another 4-socketed flail so I can make another Hoto as well. Biv, no. Sugar-free soda is not drugs. No, no, no. What do I have this on? I don't remember if I did something else. 3, so yeah. Ezra, greetings to you as well, traveler. Okay, 2 skellies here, 2 skellies there. Ain't gonna cut it for me. Just like the boost, Iago. Appreciate you. Yeah, do that for me. It'd be great. Just great. Man, so many 9 champs over here. Little beer at noon. Nothing wrong with that, says Barthimus. Well, freedom and everything, but unless there's a special occasion going on, I wouldn't recommend. You know, vacation, you know, you go on vacation, you go to brunch, you get a beer or something with it, that makes sense. But random Wednesday, working. Would this be better with the new Sunder and whatnot? So I could throw on, actually I should probably do that now. I wasn't sure if I wanted to just yet. I didn't want to throw on the Sunday right off the bat because my survivability when I was like level 50 something or whatever it was, when I first was farming in hell difficulty here. But yeah, maybe I'll throw that in now, because that would be minus enemy phys res, and that wouldn't be bad. But yeah, it could be. It could definitely boost it up for sure, with the minus enemy phys res and whatnot. Artemis is retired. Always special occasion. Gotcha. Retired. I didn't remember that you were such an old person. Or incredibly fiscally successful, that is. Yeah, let me hop back to town. I'm pretty sure I have one. Pretty sure I got one. Speaking of ones that if you don't have, you probably should. See the Sweet Phil hat? Thing is Giga Chad Slayerness. If you're looking for one, link at the top of the description for the merch store, or exclamation merch. Give you a link to that. So Bone Break right here. 81 enhanced damage, so that's going to be a no for this build. 90 enhanced damage, also a no for this build. They're kind of behind the chat, but you guys, yeah, that's the only 2 fizzies I got right now. That's going to be a no from me, dog, and I don't have a new jewel because, yeah. I'll need to go, when I go do and get a few of those jewels, I'll have to look in to see which one I'm going to want to do first, since you can kind of give yourself a 50-50 chance of getting exactly the one you want. But try to get the probably the lightning and the cold and the fire first. Honestly, the physical one's probably the last one to get, am I right? Really, the magic one's probably the last one, because what magic build actually needs to get more damage? Like, I would say at most, maybe Berserk Barb, like, would actually have a meaningful difference in the play. Ooh, okay. I don't always keep 20s. But when I do, it's when they have something else good on them. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Rasmus is retired for 2 years. Congratulations. Hopefully it's working out great for you. I'm sure it is. Fishaholic, good morning. Good morning. Oh boy, I'm getting behind in chat already. Do forgive me. If LK drops me another bet, I'm assuming Burr or Sir, I made rage. Cody, I feel like you got auto-corrected into oblivion right there. Oh, okay, Dragon. Okay, yeah, I read the next comment down. Yeah, I see it. Good luck on that. Hopefully you get them dragons made up. Work midnight shift, says T. Foss. Noon beer, always on the table. Yeah, I guess if you're working midnight shift or something, I guess that kind of checks out. I used to know a guy that worked midnights, and they would get out of work and stop for a beer on the way home from work at 7 a.m. Because like the bar next to their factory would open at 7 a.m. when the shop, you know, because it was like a large factory, large enough to where they specifically open to give beer to these guys at 7 a.m. when their shift gets off. So min-max your finances. True. Good call on that one, Serene Nature. Good call. What's going on, AZ? Find item. I guess technically that could be good in circumstances. He's taking too long. Come on. Ooh. Digons. Boy, a cool champion axe would be cool. 3 years older than me and you're retired? Oh, man. See, I'm going to have to work forever. Crazy. I was really thinking about it the other day, and really, I should be thinking of myself as more of being partially retired right now, to be perfectly honest. Because how many people actually retire and they just never do anything again? Like, really? So really, if I wanted to think of it's like a half glass empty, half glass full. I honestly, with what I do right now, I should honestly think of myself as partially retired. But yeah, trying to stay positive. You know, look at the things on the positive side, you know what I'm saying? Rastakhan, that's a very long comment, I'm gonna be honest. I'll try to skim it and answer whatever question you got here. Complete a solo. It's gonna be hard for me to skim when I can't even read correctly. Solo self-found bow is on playthrough. No telestab. Ooh. Madness. Yeah, you went through no teleport, no Sunday, no nothing like that for strictly fizzy boa. Yeah, that could be a toughie. Congrats on the successfulness of that, though. Cross. Well, let's go with cross. Yeah. So I have Enigma. Yep. I just played through the game until I got to where I could go farm the pits, because that's kind of what I wanted to do, sort of. Slapped myself an Enigma on over here, and here we are. Wondering when I'm gonna retire. Oh, what you're gonna do when you retire? Fishaholic says. Well, I could probably guess what you're gonna do. Probably do a lot of fishing, huh? New to using a Sork. Do you have any tips for Sork newbies? Sort of. Well, I always recommend kind of specializing on a Sork, like, and by specializing I mean like know what you want to do before you do it. Are you going to be an Andy meth farmer and then do cows sometimes or something? Because then you could do like just straight blizzard and just blast with that, or you could do a fireball or something. Or do you want to do a little bit of everything? Do you want to dual spec like frozen orb hydra? Do you want to like farm keys and just farm like density type mobs, and you think you're going to be able to get infinity and stuff? Do a Nova Sorceress. So that's kind of one thing I would recommend, is just decide what you want to do and kind of do that, you know. Which I don't know if that's obvious or not. I don't know if that's too you know, I don't want to pre-socket it. I feel like maybe I need that for something. Other tips for Sork newbies. If you're soloing a playthrough, generally a lot of people, the easiest way, it's not necessarily the literal most fastest way, not the speedrunner strat, but doing like fire. This is the same with a lot of builds. Fire until Act 4 of Nightmare, and then swapping to probably the easiest would be like Frozen Orb / Blizzard, or I mean, like Frozen Orb Hydra, or you could do Blizzard Hydra. A combo like that to get through the game is probably the easiest for most people. So, yeah. Bowling and fishing, Sask says. Good retirement choices, I believe, is what you're talking about there. Sounds right. What weapon are you using? I have a Heart of the Oak and a Spirit Sword. I need to find... I wasn't thinking, I guess, you know, beforehand. I need to find another 4-socketed flail. So I'm just kind of waiting for one to drop, hopefully eventually. But, I mean, we're doing fine. It's the difference for what I'm doing now, it's like one skill. Like, how much more is that really going to help me, you know? So, this is players 3. Ooh, Troll Belt. Wait a second. Wait a second. I had to think about what that was for a second, because that's a newish one, right? Isn't that Gajid's Wager? Gajid's Wager, I believe? Oh, let's go. Enemy magic res. 20. Wait, that rolls with a different FCR, doesn't it? That's nasty. With 20 FCR, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. That's kind of huge. I think that has a ton of things that roll differently on it, so. But the 20, I believe, is the max on the FCR, and then all the other stuff is, like, not perfect, but I don't know. Like, the magic res, I'm going to guess here. I don't really know. I'm guessing it goes to 10. The walk run. 10, 20? Maybe? I don't know. But that's sick. That may be the first Geese Wager I've found literally at all since the Reign of the Warlock, maybe. I'm not even sure. The minus res goes to 7? That's such a peculiar number. That's, okay. I just, you know, so many times I assume even number, but hey, lucky number 7 for Geed's Wager kind of checks out. Kind of checks out. That's nasty also, by the way. Lola Gator says that's one of the few ones you're missing, huh? You'll get it in no time. Blind Guy, it's going pretty good. That is a GG kind of belt. Yeah, it's sick to get the 20, because I feel like for so many different builds, you need like that 20 FCR on a belt. So like if you get a 19 FCR Geed's Wager, it's like, well, I can't use that over Arachnid's Mesh because I'm going to be 1 under the breakpoint, you know? There could be some instances, but I don't know where you would use like Lightning and Chain Lightning, I guess, are 17. So you could have an odd number there, but like then you're losing a skill and you know, so it's like, yeah. More damage than a Rax for magic builds. I mean, I could see that. Minus res is hugely nasty, so. Liked club. I had to have, yeah, I love how it says if it's eligible for Chronicle or not now. That is so huge. All red is good too. It must be all res is good too, you're saying, from the belt? Gotcha. Yeah, you don't get the all res on Arachnid's Mesh, this is true. Not a lot of builds where you need walk run and teleport though, but it doesn't hurt anything, you get through town faster, right? Will you go away? Gut hack, can you just get out of here, please? Got our final night of the Summer Bowling League tonight. Hopefully, how nasty would it be for this week? This week is like what they call doubles, which means you like play instead of like your team against the other team, it's like you and another person against everyone else with them and another person. if I could bowl super nasty, and they actually did it differently this year, where you could actually partner up with like you and another person, like as many partners as you want. So you could do like one, you could essentially enter yourself for like 50 different doubles teams if you really wanted to. And yeah, so there'll be a lot more money in the pot. If me and my wife can both do really good, woo! Be huge if I wanted a bunch of money. Custom ball. I mean, yeah, I got my own ball. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I feel like pretty almost bowling balls nowadays are so cheap. Honestly, if you bowl like once a year, you might as well buy your own ball. I didn't know they were so cheap until I started bowling this league. I'm like, oh, it's like 115 bucks for like a reactive, like a ball that'll curve like almost as much as an expensive one. It'll curve like it'll be like less responsive by like 15% compared to like a super expensive one. Okay, it's like 115 bucks, and they'll drill. And the if you buy the ball at the pro shop, they'll drill it like for free or included in the price. It's like it's a no-brainer. I'm like, I didn't know that. Dirolf Hell, Unique Chronicle 5 left. Yeah, that's what the thing is. The Chronicle / Holy Grail. It's pretty much all it is a Tyrell's Might hunting contest. Like for like 90% of people will say. There are some people that got the Mang songs left. There's some people that they can't find a D-Web. It happens occasionally, but it's pretty much a Tyrell's Might finding. You know, how long is it going to take you to find Tyrell's Might? Trying to level up Barb, level 25 and struggling. So you're in act 4 of like normal difficulty at 25. I would go forward from there for sure. Yeah, I would go forward from there, and like if you want, you can bump the players count up and do Eldritch and Shank. But I think from there I usually just go through and take out Bail, and then do like cow runs to kind of level a little bit until I don't remember exactly the number, but is it at least in the mid 30s? What? See, this is why it's good that the eligible for Chronicles on there. I never picked up the Iron Pelt and identified it. I probably seen like 5 of them. Probably seen a bunch of them, but I just never identified it because I didn't know that it wasn't in the grill. I assumed I had identified it already. Gold Magic Find recommends 30 at Eldritch, so. Oh, you are a Barb. I kind of missed the part that you were a Barb too, which is kind of like. It's interesting. This has damage reduced and magic damage reduced. It's essentially like the next level under a the Wire Fleece one. Like it's got like the same kind of stuff there. So new ladder. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna start with a sorceress and just do Nova pretty much. Just my favorite build, and it's my favorite like ladder starter. And I just don't feel like this ladder like, oh, I'm gonna do something crazy interesting. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a crossbow druid. You know, I just don't feel like that this season. I just feel like starting with my favorite character, you know, progressing through the gear the way I like to progress, and yeah. When's the ladder start? I'd have to look at. Is that this Friday? It's Friday, right? I think. Pork Barb, Dire Hell. 21st, so yeah, on Friday here, so. Wait. Okay, I got confused there. I think some people accidentally typed the wrong date or something, and I got confused on what day it was happening. Viv said almost sent me a message about getting my team together. I'll start looking at getting my team together in about 48 hours from now. Any idea what I'm getting smacked in hell by Novasaur? Did you put, so you're using energy shield, did you put points, all your points or a lot of points into energy? Also, you need to, okay, so I don't have it here. So energy shield has the synergy of telekinesis. Do you have telekinesis maxed or almost maxed out? So for energy shield to work, you essentially have to have these things. Like, you have to have all of your remaining points into energy, which you said you did pretty much. Telekinesis, or I mean, energy shield mostly maxed out, and telekinesis mostly maxed out. They're all maxed out, and you're getting one shot with all your points in energy, max energy shield, and max telekinesis. I can't think of a reason why you shouldn't get one hit like that. Don't know. I mean, as long as you have like a spirit sword and like hopefully like a spirit sword and like hopefully spirit shields with the stuff, because this has like 100 mana on it. Oh, I'm not, and the shield's got mana on it. You get more mana that way. Yeah, so. It can help if you get a Cult Arms. I don't know how good of gear you got, but the Cult Arms will boost your mana up like, except 50% or something. I forget exactly what it does, but the percentage. But yeah, gold magic find the magic damage reduced and stuff like that does help, but you shouldn't be getting one shot, like one shot by every monster you fight in like Act 1 of Hell difficulty. You know, like he's saying. So. Infinity, Griffin's Eye, you got all the best in slot pretty much gear. No, I can't think of a reason. If you have all like Infinities and Griffins and stuff and I can't think of a reason. If you have, I mean, you got that kind of gear, are you using a Viper Magi? Because Viper Magi does help, but like with that kind of gear and the way you set it up, I cannot think of a logical reason why you'd be getting one shot by everything. But you are using Viper Magi too? Yeah, I can't help you. You should not be getting one shot on players 3 difficulty so like, yeah, there's no logical reason for it. I mean, and I'm just going to assume everything you told me was true, you know, so yeah. Anyways, can't help you, sorry. Sorry. Frostburns can help too, yeah, if you're not rocking the SOJs, Frostburns will bump up your mana, so that is one thing you throw on the Frostburns, I guess, but yeah. Zombies. A zombie will just one-shot you, a random zombie. I honestly can't think of a reason. Yeah, I mean, yeah, all the stuff you guys are saying in chat, totally true that it does help, but there's no reason you should get one shot by a random zombie in Act 1 difficulty, because you didn't upgrade your Viper Magi and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, and Energy Shield, you don't need any resistances. Like, I usually rock negative resistances on Energy Shield Nova, with the exception of Poison, because the Energy Shield eats everything. And if you're like self-wheeled Infinity, Griffin's Eye, like best in slot gear, like you shouldn't be getting one shot. Like with maxed out no energy shield and telekinesis and max energy, you know. What's going on here? Jeez. All these archers. So yeah, I can't put a finger on it. Yeah, are you casting the energy shield? I mean, I guess that's true. That is kind of like you are actually like going into the game and casting the energy shield. Have the little gold ball above your head, right? I can't think of a reason with what's been told. So yeah, hell, I would just say double check everything, and everything should be working, and then beyond that, there must be a glitch in your game or something. because there's no logical reason for it. Did I say Holy Shield? Did I say Holy Shield there when I was talking about Energy Shield? There's no way I would do that. Anyways. Found a lightsaber sword bug dexterity. Like you dex bugged to be able to use it is what you're saying, I think. Never thought or heard of that, I guess, but... Oh, I forget to cast it. Yeah, this is true. I do forget to cast stuff when I swap from build to build. Usually Energy Shield, I never forget energy. Well, I'm not gonna say never. But yeah. I'm not gonna say never. But usually I don't, because just easy to remember for some reason. Merc setup, insight, treachery, Cure Helm. Thinking about switching out the Cure Helm because I would have to feed him less potions less often. Oh no! Oh yeah, I do have Cure on here. I want to switch that to a Bulwark, I think. Or I could slap in Andes up there, I guess. Haven't made a Fortitude yet, but Treachery Andes, I mean, that's got to be fast attacking, right? I don't really pay too much attention to Act 2 mercenary breakpoints, but... See, Fishaholic knows. Phil never forgets, see? You know. You know how it is. Went to the... Scott said he took his kid to the fair, was fun. I got the toy he wanted. Nice! He wanted to go on the Gravitron. Hard pass on those. I remember being a kid liking those, but couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Nowadays, I would have an unfun time. Oh my gosh. Unforgiven says likes the prayer cure too much. It doesn't much matter. I mean, I'll still, I still have the prayer insight, so this'll, my life will tick up slightly. And I'll only have to use potions pretty much when I really take a beating. Actually, I'm gonna go get that right now. But the thing is that he doesn't stay alive good enough because the Merc has no life leech without the life leech from the helmet. So I think I'm gonna swap on this Bulwark instead of Cure. The only thing the Cure really I do like, of course, is getting rid of like being cursed, so you're not cursed forever. But I mean, and of course, like the Cure helping with the prayer and whatnot. But oop, wasn't paying attention. Gravitron still exists. Ooh, yeah, but look at the. Oh, you can't really see it. It's probably behind me. That it, my life was down like a quarter and it shot up like still mega fast with the prayer, just a prayer meditation. Skin of the Flayed one. Yeah. I definitely don't have a Skin of the Flayed one. Could I even make, let's see, no, that needs a burr for, I had to think there, I don't make it very often, but. Is that Chains of Honor takes a burr? I think. Stone Skin, rah. Ah, what's hitting me right now? Okay, I can't tell what's hitting me. There's like one little carver hitting me. The Stone Skin bro over here. Oh, I didn't notice he had lightning coming out. That's what was hitting me. Duh. Acidic said after seeing a few fair rides disassemble themselves mid-go. Nervous to ride fair rides. Yeah, I feel ya. Dole Umberist. Yeah, definitely can't do that nowadays. It would be an absolute travesty to make a armor using a burr for my mercenary before I make infinity for my characters, so. I haven't even made, I still don't even have a burr rune to use to make infinity. I'm not even one of the way there. Oh, they're both full? Really? Oh, didn't know I had so many of those. Marty, welcome in, yo. Keep the next skin of the flayed one. I could not imagine rocking skin of the flayed one. I could imagine. I would take that back, but I would probably rather use treachery with bulwark rather than the skin of the flayed one with cure or whatever. Get the life leech that way. Personally. Oh, okay, so I didn't notice this. So AZ, your energy shield is only at level 6. That's gonna be the reason why, yeah, for sure. I thought I asked if you had an energy shield and telekinesis like maxed out or mostly maxed out. I thought you said yes. Yeah, you gotta, usually when I'm like, if I'm not high enough level to max out both of them, I pretty much go like point for point back and forth between them. And then you gotta be like careful if they're not maxed out. If they're not both maxed out. No, see, I've usually switched to Energy Shield Nova at like 70 something. Well, I do, man, what's good? I don't want to use a freaking potion right now. Like I said, I just go point for point back and forth. I don't like the recommendation of maxing out telekinesis and not putting any points in the energy shield, because I feel like energy shield does not work if you do that. But yeah. Yeah, so that's yeah, that's kind of my, like I said, I usually go, you know, if I have enough, I you know, every point I get, I go back and forth. Telekinesis, energy shield, telekinesis, energy shield until they're maxed out. But yeah, if you don't, I would usually have at least like 10 points into both before switching, and then you got to be careful until you get them higher. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I just go 1, 1, 1 back and forth usually. Scott says fun without fear isn't fun. Well, some people's opinion. I am not fearful of anything right now. Still having fun. Acidic telekinesis is more important than energy max energy shield? Question mark? I would say not exactly, but both equally important in my guesstimation. So not maxing telekinesis is a horrible idea. Well, if you do that, if you don't max telekinesis or don't put points into telekinesis, then the amount of damage you're taking will just like, you'll get hit twice and all your mana will be gone, you know? Telekinesis causes the damage to quite literally just disappear. You get hit with it, the energy shield takes it, and then every point you put into telekinesis does minus 6% of the damage, I believe. So at some point, it's you're taking very little to no, like almost no damage. Because the thing is every 6%, I gotta think here. I'm pretty sure that 6% it works off of whatever the last total amount was. And I say that as, for an example, let's say you take 100 damage and you have 2 points in the energy shield. The first point will take off 6 points because that's 6% of 100, right? Then there's 94 points left. And then the next 6% will take off 6% of 94. And then the next point will take off 6% of 88, or whatever the next amount is, you know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken. So you can never, it doesn't actually ever go to exactly 100. That's why you have to have damage reduced on your gear to really get it all the way down to 0. You know what I mean? So if that's incorrect, please, anyone in chat, correct me. Or if I'm right, say, yeah, Phil, you're right. Because I remember hearing that a long time ago, and I want to make sure that I'm remembering that right. Yeah, Captain Krantz says that at that point you might be taking so much incoming damage it bugs energy shield. Yeah, if I had to guess, you take so much, and what's happening is you take so much damage that it's enough to take your energy and your life all the way down to 0 by applying it to your energy and your life. But what it's doing is just like, you're dead, and then your mana is like, because it's like calculating it so fast and it just shows you dead, and it's like, why do we need to take his mana away if he's dead? You know what I mean? Maybe. Barthmas says, not scared as I run on P3. Well, that's just clear speed wise. Survivability wise, I'm not scared. It's just, it would be suboptimal. Very much suboptimal. Level 75 with a spirit sword. Singer Barb. Come on. Okay, I'll use a potion, I guess. Figured I'd get another one. I knew it. There. Eka, 200% minus 80%. I don't understand the equation necessarily. Not sure. Mechanical 3000 came by to drop a like for the office. Thank you so much, you legend. Appreciate you. So yeah, just try to see a couple people talking about it, that the patch notes for the new season of the uniques they changed. Yeah, the Minold, they had a mistake, typo, whatever way you want to word it, on the patch notes, that it's not faster run walk going on Minold, which would be, in my opinion, better to have. It's actually FCR, so. Yeah, Eka, that doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't help me either. I don't know where the Titans 2 comes from, and I don't remember the 200%. I don't know. It's all right. Don't. If we go too far, then I'm not, so it's all right, I guess. Minold groomed for Magic Warlock again? For Echoing Strike Warlock again? You know what? I don't know why I never thought about that, but yeah, that's probably exactly why. Because you cast that based on FCR, right? But then you leech like it's an attack. Why did I not think of that? Yeah, it would be much more cooler if it had run walk on it, to be honest. Yeah, they definitely, kind of my opinion here, with the Warlock and the adding all the items and stuff, I think they went a little overboard with, everything, but kind of to be expected, I guess. They don't want to, I'm sure they don't want to spend time to make items that people aren't going to use. Rare ring with FCR and res would be better. No. Because you need to get that. Then you get your mana leech on your ring, easy peasy, and also have FCR to increase your damage output for DPS, damage per second with the FCR on the Echoing Strike Warlock. So yeah, no. You could definitely find a rare ring that's better, but a Manald, what do you find 1,000 of them from Nightmare Andy? Every third run you get a Manald, so it's like, yeah. Manald hard pass. Well, they're changing Manald. I don't know if you missed that part, Gold Magic Vine. They're changing 10 uniques for this season. Manald's one of them. So Manald or Nagel, right? Yeah, let's go here. One socket. Scott said he never realized that Pally was so ridiculous. Like powerful, you're saying? I'm guessing. Warlock is sick, am I right? Yeah, easy. I don't know. I can't. I mean, you could. I definitely have Novasork build guides. So, are you playing D2R? You're not playing like LOD, right? And getting like mana burned and then getting nuked or something, right? Like mana burn bug and then nuked or something. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Not sure. Gold Magic Find says go Nagel. Well, I guess with the name, I guess that makes sense. Checks out. The bricks and minifig drama. I mean, I did. I guess. I don't know. I thought that was pretty much over, though. Didn't he finish that one up? Pretty much, anyways. Yeah. And we... Hammerdoon's a beast. This is true. This is true. The classic, like, super powerful build. Change the leash to mana after kill. Thanks a lot, chat. You did it. Success. You distracted me enough and got me. I thought I was going to be fine. Wah, wah. Can't believe you guys would do that to me. Your fault. Don't try to blame me. Gold Magic Find knows what's up. People, you think you know what you want. You think you know what you want. Right? They need to look at some of the uniques and they need to start changing them. A lot of them even. All right, we'll start here. No, not those ones. Ah. You must change every unique today. Urgh. You must add 4 to all skills on every piece of gear. And 4 sockets. Add more skills to Shaco. I feel like unique should be better than rune words. The problem with that is that uniques you can socket and put in the new god tier crazy jewel in it. Rune words you can't socket a rune word and stick in a colossal ancient jewel or whatever, right? So you can kind of tailor it to exactly what you can tailor each unique a little bit more to what you want and buff them up more, or just a regular facet at that point, you know what I mean? But there's a tough balance there with because obviously the lower level uniques or the lower level rune words are easier to make than finding a lower level unique. So but I don't know, cause like, but what would you do with that? Do you want to make like, or no, I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying like people in general, like what would the answer to that be though? Because it is kind of annoying that like you go and you make stealth, but like let's say there was some other rune like unique you'd want to use, you're never gonna find it on a playthrough. So like, do you make them drop more often so you're dropping like mage fists every 2 seconds? You know, I don't think that's a good idea. I want it to be at least exciting to find mage fist, right? Good old Horizon's countenance. Countenance? Countenance? Nope. Is that how you pronounce it? But yeah, for the new set, it's interesting. I definitely have. I don't think they roll differently, and I have several, so I gotta mess around with the set a little bit. I've heard slash I don't know if I was seen or heard. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Hard to remember what I heard or what I seen, but that it works okay on like some of them, but like probably anything does, right? So horizons and continents. I'm not even, what did I say at first? I said that at least one time. I know that. Where was that at? Oh, here it is. Countenance. I rebuff battle orders too often. It's just a habit. Because whether I'm a barb or not, like it's just a habit I do all the time. Because especially since my battle orders on my my call to arms I made was like a 2, so it only lasts like 40 seconds or something, which is not the full run, and then it runs out and I die like instantly. So it's just like a habit. Can't stop, won't stop. Double X. I was looking for another. Ooh, 3 seconds. Got to do hardcore at least once. I've done hardcore before. It usually acts and it usually lasts until like Act 2 of normal. Starting the first hardcore campaign up here. Habib Cham. A bib champ. Okay. Do you think I should do it online or offline? So a lot of people that play hardcore, they say they do it offline because online there could be like lag and stuff. And yeah, things like that. And plus on single player, you could like, let's say you get in a bad spot, you're almost dead. You can just go, ah! And pause it real quick. So, and then you can just like decide, you look at your health, you're like, wow, I have 3 health left. Woof. And then you just save and exit, you know? But yeah. But then you can't trade, so it's kind of up to you. Oh, Eka, congrats on the gamble, on the little gamble jamble. Ooh, I need to force that. Flip. Ah! Why couldn't that be 4 seconds? Need to put together some more Hotos. H-O-T-O, of course, Heart of the Oak. Did that make no noise when I leveled up right there? Glitch. Doy! True story. Jeffrey, welcome in. Jordan said you're watching Llama, his ideas for reworking, and then you said still nobody would use them. Well, that is sort of true. Like, I'm sure I kind of like seen the thumbnail. I guess I didn't watch it, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, people say they want the uniques reworked and stuff like that. You will not use. Nobody will use them. The only way they will use them is if they are better than what already is being used as the meta. So unless you, yeah. So unless you power creep the bejesus out of the game, you just make the unique items cause every character to be the warlock on launch, then nobody will touch the items. It's just what it is, you know. In my opinion. This is the next patch. You mean like the patch that's for the new season? Will it have any noteworthy changes? Like the notes are out. So, I mean, there's a little stuff. There's not. It depends on what people mean, because like I don't want them to take the best game that's ever been made and change it. You know what I mean? That's like looking at your wife and kids and being like, man, I really wish I could change you. You know, like, how much do you really like them the way that they are, if that's the way how you're looking at things? You know what I mean? This wasn't directed at you. Sorry, Leonard. That's just kind of like me rambling there for a second. But yeah, that wasn't directed at anyone in particular. But yeah. Jordan agrees with my, I believe it is that if it's not the new meta item, then nobody will use it. Yeah, pretty much. Or the only way they'll use it early on is, and I mean, it's kind of just what the game is and has been for the last 22 years. Early on, you make rune words because they're easy to go farm from the countess, you know what I mean? And you can shop different bases from vendors and stuff, you know, like, but yeah. Starry Night, welcome in Glue Pie, yo! Sweet Phil married to the game, confirmed. True story. Rainbow faceted griffins on, that must be a Javazon, I'm guessing. Yeah, Javazon. Yeah, I always go facet. For sure. Like, the thing is I don't use Javazon a lot, and when I do, it's almost only with like really good gear. When you have really good gear on Javazon, you, not literally, but you almost one-shot everything. So I don't think attack speed much matters, to be honest. 1, maybe 2 javelins, and P8 cows are nuked, right? With like a fully decked out Javazan. So I would just go with the facet or the colossal jewel and yeah, call it a day. More like, if you could change something, what would you change kind of vibes? Yeah, I don't know. I ain't going up to my wife saying, I'm not saying I want to change anything, but really. But if I could, I would totally change this and this and this. And then there's this, and there's this and this and this, and this and this. Probably like 90% of the stuff. No, don't, guys, don't do that. Yeah, everyone wants to change. I was gonna, okay, that was going too far. I was gonna say, because I use that and that, and I use that, but there's all this other stuff I don't use. like pretending like it was the items in D2, but you're talking about your wife. A bit much. That was too far, forgive me. Whoa! Kept him alive. Haha! Didn't see he was getting beat down so bad. Well done steaks in the rare steaks. Rare steaks, gross. No, I'd rather not eat just a raw, bloody piece of meat. Yeah, Scott says your wife would punch you if you said any of that stuff. Yeah. I mean, anybody's would. Yeah, for sure. $45 to mana. Cruel Ogre Maul of Evisceration. Almost. We'll get him next time. Whoops. Wrong button. Medium well with A1. I'd take it. I'd take it. Like playing Druid, Lenneth. Early hardcore. Druid is a good one. It is a good one. Made it to Act 3 in, is there a point in the game where the Great Marsh, or do I need to avoid it? Just do the other areas. So if you can skip the Great Marsh, absolutely skip it. Yeah. Skip it. Because depending on how the map in Act 3 is set up, it doesn't have an original name. They just call it the Great Marsh skip. It's when you can just go straight from the Spider Forest to the Flayer Jungle, and sometimes the Great Marsh is randomly off to one side like that. Just don't go there, yeah. Sorry, trying to keep up the reading and stuff today. I'm struggling. I don't know what's going on here. Poor boy said, I'm guessing there's 0 wives in the stream right now. There might be 1 or 2. I have like a 0.2% female audience. My wife will hop in sometimes. Gold Magic Find says, well done steak with ketchup only. I mean, really? Really? Like only ketchup? I feel like you could put ranch on your well done steak too, and that's fine. Right? I'm not ridiculous over here. I could do ketchup, I could do barbecue sauce on my well done steak, I could do ranch. I could do all kinds of things. Uncooked hot dogs? I don't think you can even buy uncooked hot dogs. They're all already cooked, I'm pretty positive. Nice try, though. Got you good. Baked beans on steak? I mean, steak and beans is kind of a thing, right? Mustard on a steak? I've never done that one before. Makes you think, was I joking about the ranch now? Or which part there was a joke? Woo! Mayo? Mayo on a steak. Real talk, though, I have put mayo on a brisket before. Only before I cooked it, though. Good binder, am I right? Good binder. Mayo on steak sandwiches? Yes, that's true. I can see that. Top tier bind. That's what the YouTube guys told me about cooking a brisket. My wife is she has a mustard phobia, so I didn't want to use that. And she doesn't really eat a lot of that kind of stuff, but I like if she wanted to try it or whatever. So yeah. Give me one quick second. My nose is getting all ridiculous. I used a prime rib roast for a binder. I don't know, how could you use a rib roast as the binder? I don't know what that means. So did you grind it up and then mix it with like a little water and turn it into a, like you cooked it to double extra well done till it was like and then you could just grind it into a powder and then mix it with a little water and then it would be your binder? Amara's over High Lords for a Java. I guess not usually, no, on that one. I mean, it's one skill, but it's kind of like, I know you're kind of referencing back to when I said about the extra damage instead of the getting more increased attack speed, but in that case, I mean, you want a little bit here and there, but I was just kind of comparing the two options of the Griffins compared to a facet relative to increased attack speed, Julie, you know what I mean? Because if you go with the High Lords too, you'll get the lightning res to make up for a Sunder Charm, which obviously you get the others, but you're only losing one skill. You're getting the increased attack speed there. Technically, if you have a Sunder Charm, you don't really need to worry about the Deadly Strike when you jab and stuff, but you technically do have that. Meat glue as a binder with a little fake smoke on there. Sometimes you just know what you're doing. That's some good stuff right there for sure. Losing durability on the Warlock. So I know Echoing Strike does not lose durability. They like changed it so it did and everyone hated it and then they changed it back again, so you do not lose durability with Echoing Strike. Mirroring Blades, Mirrored Blades, I don't really play that one, so I don't remember off the top of my head. So am I gonna stream day one fill? Day one, like the ladder? Yeah, I'm gonna stream on Friday, and then Saturday morning we actually, of course, somehow the season is always announced on weekends when I'm doing stuff. It can never be like last weekend or the weekend before that when I wasn't doing anything, or the weekend before that. Nope. Oh hey, you have a wedding this weekend? Boom, ladder reset. Come on. But yeah. So I'm gonna play Friday night. We had a hotel booked, like we were gonna go the night before, and just kind of like have a weekend, but they launched that at reset, so now we canceled the 1 day of the hotel, and then we're gonna just drive up in the morning. D2 overrules all else. Well, if it wasn't my job, it'd be different. Yeah, if it was just a generic, you know, it was just a game I played in the downtime, we would not be canceling the hotel, that one hotel night, and I would just go for the weekend. But yeah. D-at is life? I don't get it. What do you mean D-at? What does that mean? I know what you did there. I do that all the time, writing the titles into my videos. Not too good. Minor spelling mistake. Can't let it happen. I would never. If I learned anything from the YouTube comment section, mistakes are unacceptable. NC guy, nothing like the feeling you get when you find an SOJ. SOJ is pretty sick. Pretty sick. Java was a pain, but now you're level 30 and the game's easy. Yeah, once you get Lightning Fury, it goes pretty easy, and then you just like run away from anything lightning immune, pretty much. And occasionally you come across some problem spots, but oh, little co-rune. Can I please just get like, oh, it's cool. Can I just get a burr rune, please? Like, that's all I'm asking for here. Is that too much to ask? Can I find 3 burr runes in the same run, please? That's all I'm asking for. That's it. The fastest PA clearing for Warlock. I'm gonna be honest, the Warlock is so like OP that I really don't play it a ton. I played it for the start of the season, and yeah, it was just like, you know, budget gear, you're just wrecking everything, so I haven't really played it a lot. I don't know what the new meta is. How things have changed or whatever. Kind of like Mosaic, like you just see how it's all busted, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna play that. I'm too OP, that's why you watch my channel. Well, no, that's just not true. No. Echoing Strike Warlock got nerfed before the start of this last season, and is still crazy, insanely powerful, so I know. You couldn't. They nerfed it down so you couldn't like 3-shot the Uber Ancients anymore. With a Nage's Puzzler. You had to hit him like 30 times. Come on. Beat Oven. What's going on? Diadem. We'll check it, of course. No good. Yeah, whatever. Oeka's opinion is Abyss, probably the best. With a demon, of course. Gotta have a demon. Gotta have a demon. So for Singer Barb, it's like pits. You can do a little bit of Trav, Hindle. But for the most part, most Barbs, the way I play them, lower players counts, and you want to slay demons quickly, use item find. You know, it's not going to be like P8 cows with the Barb. Like, I wouldn't really recommend that personally. $30 Duriel / Summoner runs, 1 statue, 7 keys. I mean, to be honest, that's about what the odds were before the nerf, so I wonder... I think it was like 1 in 28 when he not unterrorized Duriel or something like that. Could be wrong, though. Definitely don't have that stuff memorized. The Nage's Puzzler. Yeah, it's got the perfect amount of teleport charges. This is true. Beat Uven. Say you never find burrs or jaws while playing the game. So many years. You don't find a lot. This is true regardless of. Even with, I feel like I play a lot. Actually found out in the wild that dropped off of a monster like jaw runes. I might have found a dozen in my life, to be honest. A majority of the jaw runes I get to make Enigma and stuff are running LK, dropping runes that way, and cubing up to jaw and stuff. Maybe it's more than it does. Maybe it's like 15 to 20, but still. Battle Maiden Serena, Acidic says. That's your go-to. Nice. Now, is that because she's the most powerful one for you, or we got another reason? Four-socketed, so Jewelers, Curry Shield of Deflecting. Do it! Oh. Did I ever identify... This one's Blink Bat, right? Ice Blink. Dang it, I always get those two mixed up. Hardcore Sword Grip. Unfortunate. Oof. Uh-oh. Life was... I just get... Wait, what? I just gave him a full rejuvenate. Oh, it must have not been a full one, I guess. Archers. 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 Oh my gosh. I'm about to... I got one stun. Can we get rid of one of them before... Oh. Okay. Thinking archers, bro. Cursed archers. Am I right? Cows and normal cows. Yeah, I would... Maybe one of the champs or something. Checks out. You say Tal's... I know I've seen a lot of people find Tal's Amulet in normal cows. I wouldn't say frequently, but not uncommonly. $2 yes, I appreciate you, Owain. The Aldi Cola. Hooray, Aldi Cola. Aldi is legit. I actually I went crazy today. I bought 2 liters of zero sugar red pop, Faygo red pop today. Like a boss. See, at this point right now, I wish I had the cure helm on. Get rid of this curse. It'll go away in no time, right? I don't even know how long it lasts, like, normally. I feel like it's like a full minute at least. Acidic said the Kroger zero. That's what I'm drinking right now. Look, how close is this? That's what the wife bought. That's what I just drank. It won't focus. You can tell it says Kroger's, right? The wife bought that. It's fine. I'm not too picky on cola brands. I don't like, they taste different than each other, but I don't think it really matters that much personally. BB just got an orange Faygo the other. Nice. Legendary. Oh, double bow. Red pop with cognac for late night sips? No. No, this is straight up just, I want to drink something besides water that tastes kind of yummy, sort of. Dr. Pepper. I looked at it, but this was cheaper, so. A 2 liter of Diet Dr. Pepper is like $3, and this was like $1.80 or something. The savings are endless. The 3 liters. I haven't seen the 3 liters in a very long time. I wasn't sure they still made them. Of Tahiti, whatever. I did look at that Tahiti punch on the way out, and I was like, ha, that Tahiti punch, I forgot about that. But yeah, Faygo used to have 3 liters like all the time. And now you just like don't see them. Shasta Cola. Never heard of her. Literally never heard of that one before. Just don't be cursed, please. Okay, cool. Everything's too spread out. Okay. Let's just get out of here. Oh, I don't like either one of those, Scott. I'm gonna be honest. Cotton candy pop. Come on, get out of here. I mean, I like red, but red is one of my favorite flavors. But cotton candy, gross. It is funny. The flavor is red. It does say like strawberry cream soda or something, but like it's just like red. West Coast Faygo, gotcha. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Labatt, the most popular beer where you're at? No. I mean, I'm sure it's like Bud Light or something. I don't know what the most popular brand is. Salty, a Kroger soda fan. Legendary. It's fine. It's fine. I was like hot earlier, now I'm cold. Freezing. I'm gonna put this sweatshirt on real quick. I'm like going through hot flashes and stuff, I don't know. I had a pause incoming. about 20 seconds, I'm gonna be like, I'm so hot right now. Still not a drinker, just a player. Well, kind of feel like I like having a drink here and there, of course. I feel like I was drinking too much, so I started toning it down a little bit lately. I'm Boogie. There's a 100% chance I will not be going for first to 99 this season. 100% chance I will not be doing that. Not something that sounds enjoyable to me in the least. Staying up 75 straight hours so that I can get first to 99. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Oh, speaking of things I talk about all the time on stream, book update. The search for, or hunt for Red October. Getting good. Getting good. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but close your ears. I just got to the part where they're... which part was this? He just got on the Invincible and he's talking to the captain, like the British ship that they're gonna have come help him. Yeah, legit. So, you can have crackers, yeah. Sure. Mid the real point. Gotta know those. Friday the new season. It is the new season Friday. Yep, yep, yep. Is that a Jack Ryan book? It is. So I know I have one that's got 3 to a lot of this other stuff. So I'm not going to worry about that one, but... Oh, nifty. Thank you for the 15 months of Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, appreciate you. Harrison Ford, Jack Ryan in that film. I didn't see the movie. The movie was from like 1991 or something, so... I mean, the book was from like 80 something, so... But yeah. Oh yeah. Nope, was not Harrison Ford. It was Baldwin. I did look something up and it, I remember it said that. It said that now. It said that. It's funny though too because in the shows, like I feel like, so in the book, it describes Jack Ryan as being like overweight, and he's married with kids and stuff. And then in the shows, like at least in the show, he's a single guy, you know, fit. And I'm assuming the movies are the same way, where they, you know, they gotta have him like with a love interest and whatnot. They can't just have him some boring, overweight, balding, married dude, you know, like. NZ guy, what'd you, Oh, can you give me, Chains of Honor? Or a Crown of Ages? Either way, I don't have one. So, I guess not. They're trying to call you into work? No! Don't answer the phone. Will you go away? I need a bone hue so I can start hitting Corpse Explosion right now. That'd help. Alright, well, let's go like this. Uber Ancients with this Barb. For sure. 100p. No, I would not not recommend that, by the way. Do not do a Singer Barb Uber Ancients. Interesting. Jade Cantantando. Nifty legend likes on YouTube, comes over and uses his Twitch Prime sub. That's because you a legend. Give every man a TV. Nah. I ain't made of money. I need to get myself a new TV. My TV is... How many years would that be? It's at least 12 years old, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like TV technology advances pretty quickly nowadays. My TV is a smart TV. It is also a 3D TV. It's that old that they were making 3D TVs because they weren't sure if that was going to take off. Spoiler alert, it did not. Only cool thing is the 3D movies actually look sick. We have like 2 3D movies. We have like one of the Jurassic Park movies and something else. I don't remember what. And it actually looks sick, but it makes you like dizzy though. It makes you pretty dizzy. But it looks sick. And my Xbox One plays 3D movies, so yeah, we could like watch them. So nasty. Wicked Ball, welcome in. I would walk, run again, and suddenly my mana bar gets burned faster when taking damage. So if you're walking, you will take less damage because... So if you're running, AZ... So watch this. You see how the defense is right here? 75% chance to hit. Well, that's a bad example, but I'd have to throw a shield on. Like this. But yeah, see how the defense goes away when you're running? So you don't... Your defense completely goes away when you run. I guess that doesn't really show it either, but... You think you went to walk and then now you're running and it just feels like it unglitched itself? I mean, I guess it's possible. If you have some glitch, I have no idea, yeah. Captain Cran, I missed something here. What do you mean tell him about the Necros? Well, oh, that is like how you can run with in the ghoul form? Gotcha. Yeah, he's doing an Energy Shield Novasork and it's like not working out for some reason, but never knew this about walking. Been playing this game for like 20 years. Yeah, so that's what people, when they play hardcore, they'll like walk all the time. They'll never run. You know, they'll either be teleporting or like in town they'll run. I've heard this anyways. I don't play hardcore. You walk everywhere. Or I guess you would run, but if you ever get around people. So yeah, it's like, I think if you attack, I guess not if you attack. Just the running thing. Oof. What does taunt do? It does what it says it does, right? It makes them attack you, and it lowers how much damage they deal and their defense or something like that, I think. I don't use it, so I don't have it memorized. What time does the ladder start? Boy, you're gonna have to look that one up for New Zealand time. I definitely am not doing that math right now. Walk for melee PvP too. Gotcha. I knew that. Of course I did. I do quite a bit of... I really do. Usually I do like very low level melee dueling a lot. Kind of the best in the world. So. Yeah. I know a couple things about PvP that I've heard, but only because I heard them. Can you explain to me how the like button works? I can. So if you tap it, if you click it, tap it, depends if you're on a phone or a computer, an odd number of times. You can click it any odd number of times you want. 1, 3, 101. As long as it's an odd number, you will successfully get 800 more magic find on your character, allegedly. Allegedly. Yeah, the Chronicle working for offline now, it is sick. Not having to ID every single item. Then you're like, oh, well, I'm out of... Oh, man. I think 600 is the max, right? It's actually 6 off of perfect. Maybe we'll hang on to it. Sacred Armor is a bit tough to use on a lot of stuff, but 69 times? Nice. I mean, you could. Any odd number. Why would you pick that number specifically? I don't really understand. Don't explain it. I'm joking. Do not explain it. Will you go away? Yeah, 487 to 467. I thought the 600 was the max. I was pretty sure. The bottom, who really cares about the bottom number? See, Scott was getting creamed. Realized you were using my dimensional blade spirit. I'm confused. So was the requirement too high and it wouldn't work anymore or something? Is that what you're saying? I'm not really sure what's going on there. Good old Chukonu. Good old demon machine. You know what? I think I checked and I think I did not keep a demon machine. So I gotta save that. I think on the mule I don't have one. Ogre X, huh? Ogre X. Let's just hop back down real quick. Trying to think of throw it out, grab this, grab that. Let's go back down real quick. So I'm guessing a Scott that has Hydra charges on it or something. I don't really memorize that one off the top of my head. I know it's got like magic find on it, right? Or am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of the Malabragas. However you pronounce that. Set shield, I think. I don't remember. One of these years, I'll find my trophy item. A fit. Oh! Liz, Biggie, thank you so much for the 10 Slayer ships. Appreciate you. My goodness. Thank you for the generosity, my man. You were using a Colossus two-handed sword as a spirit on a caster? That's interesting. Bold strategy, Cotton. Oh, God. Get rid of Grief Bite. Gold Magic Find got one. Yo! Congrats on that. Do people still use Tradery? Couldn't tell you. I haven't used it in many seasons because I Some people tell me they have luck on it. I go on there and I cannot trade nothing for nothing. Like, I just get no responses, no answers. So yeah. But yeah, people say they use it. I can never get anything. No one ever responds. I'll price it like something that trades for a burr. I'll put mine on there for like a Sir rune, and you'll see like completed trades, and I'll put mine on for a Sir, and I'll get no responses. Like, okay, never mind, I won't use it then. You're all good, Jordan. Emote spam is kind of fine, as long as you don't go like 18 straight comments of just spamming emotes. But yeah. Not so great to sell on. So you can go on there and trade your rune for an item, but you can't get a rune. But you can't trade your item for a rune at all. Yeah, I don't. That makes it tough. I used to use it for the first like week of ladder before it like then like the number of people would start dropping off and you just like couldn't use it anymore. But lately, I just use JSP. I trade the item for the forum gold. I trade the forum gold for the item I want. And any extra forum gold, if I have any left at the end of the season, it just sits on my account and I never use it. Owen saying, you tried it, Tradery. I'm going to paraphrase. He said he didn't like it. It used to work okay when there was more people. Like, you need a lot more people using it for it to work, in my estimation. My nose is dying. I don't know what's going on here. Saw your short you posted of the casual crafting an insane crafted amulet. That amulet was insane. Yeah, that was legit. Like, I did it live on stream too, of course, but yeah, just walk over. Let me craft like 2 or 3 amulets before we go out there real quick. Boop. And that was online. I crafted that online ladder too. It was probably like 3 or 4 weeks into ladder, maybe. Like it was, I think it was a little bit into ladder. Nah, not 4 weeks. I almost never play that long. It was probably 3 weeks into ladder. You ever play Diablo 4? Not anymore, goblins. Nope. I played it when it came out for a while, and honestly, I liked it more when it first came out than what they started changing it into. But I haven't played since like the 3rd or 4th season or something. I forget exactly, but yeah, pretty much every season I felt like the game got worse, so I just stopped playing it. Well, and because they started making it less and less and less and less and less like Diablo 2, and more like Diablo 3, so that's why I kind of feel that way. Ooh, 675 ethereal, not too shabby on that one, huh? It's not too bad. I don't know what the max on an ethereal would be for this particular base, but that's a pretty good one. Yeah. I would prefer a 3 because you can Larzik ethereal stuff and get 4 sockets, or you have a 50% chance of getting 4 sockets with the cube recipe, but not bad though. I'll clip it because people always, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not complain. They always ask, they always tell me to show more unique items, rings and amulets mainly, but also they're like diadems and stuff, and socket like runeward bases. Why don't I ever show any runeward bases I find? So we'll clip it. That's a little, you know, a little above ordinary, I guess. Jordan says he thinks D4 is fine now. Gotcha. Yeah, it'd be interesting me going back to D4 now. I mean, I guess I could. It wouldn't cost me. I mean, I got the game. Like, you know, doesn't cost you any more money. Maybe we'll try it one day, like a couple weeks into this D2 season. Maybe we'll hop back to it and be like, make the stream like, D2 veteran tries D4 for the first time since launch. Is it better now? 721 is max on the ethereal wire fleece. Get out of town. That's not good enough. No. Not too bad. The one thing about D4 too is it was literally the most insufferable player base to make content for that I had ever seen. Yeah, it's max on the cold, little minimum, little life. Yeah, whatever. Never use it. I could literally not make a single video without 75% comments blasting in about how stupid I was, pretty much. Why would you use that? Didn't you know if you roll that for another 75 billion years, you could actually get 1 extra percent on the whatever boulder, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I didn't say this was an absolutely 100% perfect, no expense, like missed build guide. Like, it's just like, look how it's working. Look where it's working. Do you want to build it? Build it with the way this way. It was just the most insufferable player base I had ever seen. Itemization is the worst part of D4. It just stinks. Oh boy. D2R player completely ruins D4 in 2 days. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, because D4 is like so much easier and just faster to like complete or whatever. Gotcha. Full-time Diablo Immortal streamer. Boy. Okay. Oh, hold up. Wait, is this? Did I just find a Colossal Ancient Jewel? I'm just joking. But we did find. Come on, 5/5. I don't feel 5/5 though. I just don't. I want it to be, but I don't feel it. I'm feeling a 4/3 poison, actually. Oh man, why do I get a 4/3 poison? Yeah, 4/4 lightning. Close. Close. How nasty would that be if I sniped it? There's only so many options, but it is huge when you snipe it. Retro Nerd Life says Llama's chat is that way. Everyone just complains all the time. Interesting. Yeah, I'd get real annoyed by that. I mean, I wonder how my chat would be, because if people I have a pretty strict rule. If people like attack me personally, I just instantly ban them without question. So I wonder if I didn't do that, if I would have a ton of people in here like talking negative all the time. Because yeah, if someone hops into the stream and they're like, "What are you doing, you idiot?" Like, that's not what you should wear. Like, are you literally stupid? I just like ban them instantly. Like, I don't even look at the name or anything. I just like ban them. You know, see it. Which makes sense in my opinion. I don't know. Scott says you walk around fighting your own level everywhere in D4. Yeah, that's one of those things that's like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I know the reason behind it, but I don't like that either. I like needing to be knowledgeable. I'm never gonna use that. We'll save it for crafting. I like needing to be at least have a 1% knowledge on the game of like, oh no, go here to find these items because it's higher level and this and that, you know what I mean? So yeah. Retro says loves this chat. So chill. The way I like it. All y'all legends. All y'all legends. But yeah, it's just the D4, like the number of, I went straight from like this community to like having all these Diablo 3 players spamming my chats and stuff, that Diablo 3 players that now are playing Diablo 4, or like Path of Exile people like going in like where everything has to be perfectly min-maxed. And if you make a video about a build that's not the perfectly min-maxed version of it, then you're like an idiot. And then like I made a build guide video or whatever where I was doing like, they still have the pits, I'm assuming, right, in D4. I don't know if they even have the pit still. They might have got rid of it, I don't even know. But I forgot what it went like. I made it and I was showing where I was doing like the level 90 pits or whatever. And these people were like, oh my God, look at this idiot doing level 90. Didn't he see Rob was doing level 121 pits? Oh my gosh, this guy's an idiot. And I'm like, look at this noob. NEWB. Yeah. That's why I'm D2 sick. Yeah, I mean, Rob's great. For sure. But, I mean, I was just making my video of how to do this. I mean, I don't know. Like, but anyways, yeah, we'll move on from that though. Enough complaining from Phil. Nobody needs to hear me complaining anymore. Am I right? Stone skin, you bum. Oeka says when it's too toxic, it usually just dismisses the product or brand because that audience made it. No thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It can be a downer on the game, just having a bad community like that. Jordan, I wouldn't go that far. Come on. I don't know about anything in that statement to be. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho! Hold up. Phil almost got nuked. All because of Jordan. Thanks a lot. He almost got me. Boy, Stone Skin cursed. I don't like to see that. I'm honestly just going to hit these real quick. Get out of here. I took out one champ. I'm just going to get away from these guys. That is... Oh boy, archers. Double champs next to each other again. Gosh. Bradley saying if people followed any build guides online, then they're just playing the wait, what did I say? The Rob simulator at that point. Yeah, that's the thing with D4 too. Like, it's so easy. You don't really have to follow a build guide, I guess. Oh, but you do need to follow Sweet Phil's Stone of Jordan. Ooh. Let me find some place to ID this. Guaranteed Stone of Jordan. Ah, man. Thought I had it that time. Thought I had it. Oh, someone asked about the shard drop rates. I forgot. If you don't have the Terra Zones open, it doesn't drop any shards, so I can't comment on that yet, I guess I could say. Hell Ruin. Rip. Excited for ladder yet? Eh. Kinda. Same as I always am, I guess. It's kind of fun to start off new again. I gotta like leave for the whole weekend, so I'm missing the whole start of ladder, kind of, sort of. So, kind of, you know, I got that. T-Bone. Yeah, I mean, you can still do Whirlwind. I don't like rocking that particular build personally. Because this one I can just go like this, read chat. Oh, everything's gone. You know what I'm saying? Could have been the new Godly Manald. This is true. Wait. Ooh. That is kind of a Giga Chad choice for Call to Arms right there. Double axe. Not even the lowest level one. But there's every character in the game is going to have over 75 to strength, like guaranteed, right? When you can use Call to Arms. That is a Chad move right there. Ethereal Twin Axe, not even the double axe. Ooh, I might do that. just to slap it on the table, if you know what I mean. I do battle her up too often, don't I? Gotta watch here. I'm getting beat up for a second. Man, everyone's stone skin around here all the time. Archers. Gross. What? What just killed me? I thought I was... Okay, I was trying to read... Thanks a lot, chat. Once again, I was like, I'm fine. I got rid of the champ server stone skin and stuff. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to do that, actually, I think. Unless I find some way to talk myself out of it. My next call to arms. We did it. Get out of here. Whoops. Little skill issue right there. Don't worry about it. Jordan, I do remember this when they ninja dropped the new expansion. And I'm like, my plane takes off at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks, Blizzard. And I'm going to be gone for like 10 days. Thank you. God, that was... I was bleeping sick to my stomach when that happened. Oh, man. Captain, appreciate you. Yeah, happens to everybody once in a while. That's how people lose their hardcore characters, am I right? Was that some archers over there? It could have been. I didn't see any other like champ archers or anything, but probably because I was reading chat. Last time I do that. Oh, double archers. Ooh, okay. Can we... Okay, we got rid of one. We're not cursed. $1 million champs right here, which is good. But... Right, we'll take a second here. Clear them out. Then we'll item fight them. They walk up and house you. Yeah, they really got me good, didn't they? Okay. Archers really got me good. Oh, neck. Yep, I was right. Now I'm too hot. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm super tired today. No good. I woke up at 3:30 this morning. For no good reason, really. I fell asleep at 9:30 last night, though, so... 6 hours of sleep, not too bad. But still. 7 or 8 would have been great. Why are the archers so strong, but the boa stinks? Well, you gotta get cursed. You gotta get amp out there somehow, am I right? Also, when you go against archers, it's because you're getting shot by 8 different archers all at once. Or more, for that matter. But they're only getting shot by one of you. They're your nemesis there. Yeah, they're everybody's nemesis, am I right? Archers are no joke. Yeah, Captain, it's not going to happen again. I won't die from reading chat. Increase stamina. Yeah, forget these guys. One of you can strafe though? Yeah, but that's not all at once. It's like, and then they fly all over the place, right? I guess if there's just one target, but still. Marlin. So, ooh, okay. I am going to just do a Novasaur. Nothing super. Sorry. I'm dying over here. Nothing crazy. Like, oh, it's so interesting what you chose. Nothing like that. Just gonna start Sork. Going to Nova eventually. Probably do Nova on the playthrough too, actually, but. Just my my favorite build, my favorite ladder starter. Decided to do that. Watch that be a skill or what? I didn't see a Grand Chime around. Means there wasn't one. If I didn't see it, it doesn't exist. Oh, get some more life here. Yeah, I can't go back. You went too far. Ben. Nice. Random archer in 1430. 1415. Legendary. The blow dart thingamabobs in the Flare Jungle. You hate those? I mean, they're a lot weaker. Like, you can kind of get the same thing. Anything that's ranged, you can end up having that happen to you, though. Mighted, extra fast, you know, cursed quill rats and stuff like that. They'll get you. So I missed a low rune on my trap video? No. Not possible. Zach, welcome in. Yeah, Varthmas saying for Nova, boss clearing, no bueno. 197. Trash clearing, excellent. Yeah, it's good. It's just real convenient for leveling up like your gear. Going from one, you know, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. Say you're trash, so you like kind of, you can level yourself up relatively quick. It can go from like budget is kind of good, and then it gets, you know, it just consistently gets better as you grab stuff that's pretty easy to get to. Good at farming basic things that are easy to trade. Spirit, rune sets, keys, stuff like that. Hopefully get lucky. Snag something even better. Captain, I assume usually people wouldn't miss stuff off screen. Like when streamers miss things, especially with the loot filter nowadays, but it's because we're like reading chat, you know what I mean? It's always y'all's fault, for sure. Yeah, acidic souls are definitely one of those ones that people do not like, for sure. I concur. Good old diadem. 12 all res. Let me drink some more water. Oh man, I'm like, whew. Easy Andy up. On single player right now? I might have to go do that. If that is true. You know what's also true? More of y'all need to hit that like button on YouTube. It is cheesy, Andy. Thanks for the heads up there. I think I'm gonna go do that. I think all I have to do is throw over my the Annie, and I think we're good to go. Hey, I might need all the small charms maybe too, actually. Or did I? And I threw it in my regular personal stash. Nice. We'll find out. Gal back. Looks like there's no call to arms either. And none of them charms. Bruh. Let's make it quick. Gold Magic Find said he hit like number 24. Man, we got to get way more of those over there. Way more likes on YouTube. My 2 bow call to arms. Thank you very much. Let's see what the Andariel drop rates on statues are when terrorized here, at least, huh? Did I just click on the same paladin? And, oh my gosh. Community Andy, Annie, and Call to Arms. Yeah, that's what we're rocking. Good enough. Oh, this Andy map is still garbage. Oh, I forgot. I need to play through with another sorceress and get a better Andy map here. Because this Mephisto map is too, like, insane to get rid of. But, gosh, too many of these bums everywhere. Statue already, let's go! They didn't nerf no statue drop rates. Got one on the first run. Or it's like crane beak or something. Yeah, the Annie's Call to Arms it be that way for single player players. Yeah. I'll make another Call to Arms here in a little bit. I'll probably leave this one on my Zork here for my, like, just pass it back and forth between, like, my Easy Meth and Andy Zorks or whatever, and good old Essence. Yeah, no, Shadow. Definitely just good luck on the statue. We'll see, though. I mean, they definitely... I assume if they said they lowered the drop rates, that they actually did lower the drop rates. So. But, man, the Baal statues are going to be insane if they really lowered, like... I'm going to be getting all of my Baal statues from, like, Diablo. When he randomly drops one here and there. Like... Oh no, Optimus missed the good Baal or good Mephisto map. Unfortunate. Scott said got smoked trying to do the magic find. Easter egg. Yeah, I don't ever bother with that. Like, the difference between like 400 magic find and like 4,000 magic find is like 4%. Like, I don't need that, I don't think. Yeah, Captain. Yeah, tip for me to you, don't read chat. True story. Never read chat. You'll miss something. Being a budget smiter can take on Uber Ancients. I know it can. I don't know how viable it is for each individual person, you know what I mean? For sure you can, but another statue already. Just Andy. They probably only turned down Bale statues and Duriel. They turned down Bale, Duriel, and Diablo statue drops. They left Meph and Andy the same. To be honest, Andy's statue drop rates were so crazy. If they cut the statue drop rates in like half, they would still drop all the time from Andy, so. Ooh, little wire fleece, little mithril coil. Let's go. Two kind of cool items right there. Good old Gladbane. 1719 on the damage and stuff. Merc, hopefully you're not dying down there. Let's just save him right here real quick. And a Vadongo's Hardy Cord. Let's go. That's cool. Acidic said you're maxed on Andy and the Meph statues. Yeah, I'm pretty much. I am definitely maxed on Andy. I don't need either one of those, by the way. But I'm definitely maxed on Andy. Meph, I'm pretty close, but not sure. Another statue. Mage Demon aims for 250 to 400 MF. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Depends on the build, but yeah. Depends on the build, what you're looking to do, but yeah. Yeah, so Captain, I'm on offline single player, so whatever you got, I obviously can't take it from you, so. Drop seem to be good still. So yeah, the Andy statue drop rates, kind of like I said a minute ago though, like if you cut her drop rates for the statues in half, it's probably still high. Like I don't know why TZ Andy specifically necessarily, like her drop rates on the statues, it was like 1 in 4 like runs. It was crazy. Andy drops buffed. I wouldn't go that far. Watched the Diablo 1 playthrough last night. Legendary. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Yeah, those Diablo 1 playthroughs are like some of my most viewed overall videos I've ever done. But I gotta play that again, I guess. My like first day playing Diablo 1, it has like 120,000 views on a 5-hour live stream or something. Crazy. What shirt are you talking about, Scott? Did you order one from the merch store or something? Oh, love to see that. Mythic Sword, technically one of the BK pieces, right? So, well, Cathos Tribal Guardian, whatever. I should switch to the other side because of Joss being in the way. But the dual set, along with a bunch of other things for Whirlwind Barb, actually worked okay. But anyways, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Boom! I knew it! $26 Mara's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I already got that, of course. Let's throw you over here. You there. Came up on the feed, had to watch. Yeah. Yeah, so the D1, I just randomly was like, yeah, I haven't played, I actually never, or I played D1 for like 15 minutes one time when I was like 15, you know, when for some reason the D2 was down. And I was like, this isn't exactly like D2, let's get out of here. And I never played it again until I played through with the Warrior, I guess. And I think I started to play through with the Sork or something, or maybe the Rogue or something, and I just like stopped it like halfway through. Didn't want to play it anymore, but maybe we'll give her another whirl. Gotta get some hoodies. I mean, yeah, I get some hoodies, I guess, up there. I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. I guess I kind of forget. I don't really wear hoodies much anymore. I mean, I have the sweatshirt, I guess, but I don't like wear them a lot. Like, I wear hoodies as just like coats, so I guess I don't think about it as like, you know. Plus, they're like super expensive, so. Like the hoodie and the merch, I'm just guessing here, but it's probably going to be like mid 50s to $60. Like, I haven't really looked at them, but. Statue, which is, I mean, it's probably normal for a hoodie nowadays, isn't it? But yeah, I just remember for D1 being like, what, you can't run? I'm out of here, I'm not playing this game. Tal Rash's Sork, I'm so nostalgic. Yeah, that's kind of what I go with whenever I generally do a dedicated farmer like this. If I have like one Sork to do this and one Sork to do like everything else. Just because this way I'll never have to, I'll just always keep full towels here, and I never, like no other character uses full towels, right? Because like you can't even use the orb. I do need to socket a few of these, you know, this stuff, but... How valuable are they? The colossal ancient jewels? Yeah, I don't know. I never, it's not like I farmed up a bunch online and traded them all, you know, so. I don't know. They're obviously like sought after though, or whatever, so. No good. Scott wants everything. Hoodies, shoes, Sweet Fill shoes, visors. You want a Sweet Fill fanny pack. You want a... Another statue. We got a whatchamacallit, ears all on a string. Should I farm highest players difficulty or is faster better? I mean, that depends, I guess. So if you can clear like players 3 difficulty much faster than players 8, then I would say just do players 3. And I mean, if you can only do P1, like if players 1 you do like way faster, then you could even, that might even be the best for you. All depends. Because even if you look at the drops to no drop chances, it's something like 83% chance of a monster to drop an item on players 8. Like a, you know, the random white monsters, but then it's like there's like a 36 or 38% chance on P1. So if you farm players 1 technically, if your overall like per hour clear speed is 2.5 times faster on P1 than it is on P8, if it's 2.5 times over that, I should say, you're actually better off farming players 1. You'll get more drops per hour than you will farming players 8. But except every difficulty you get 50% more life on the monsters. So P1 compared to P8 is that 400%? That's 4 times more life. So like you kind of see how the math works out. There's different situations though for whether if you're farming act bosses. A lot of times I just do players 3 because the no drop chances on each individual drop slot for bosses changes. It doesn't work the same way as it kind of does and doesn't. Hard to explain, but and then some of the bosses are actually literally hard capped at like players 3 for drops and stuff. So can you farm pretty much everywhere with a full Sork, Russia Sork Blizzard? I mean, if you have a Sunder Charm and Infinity and stuff, sure. Breaks the immunities. I don't have Infinity, but you can get some more minus res. You can. Yeah. Scott, I don't know what you put in a bunch of weird comments over the last like 10 minutes. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna throw it out there. I don't know what a lot of stuff you're saying. Oof. Why'd you not die? That's confusing. Oh. A hookup on plain template clothes. Well, I'm not like making these shirts myself, Scott. Just FYI. You go through a merch place that makes them on demand for you. Like the shirts and stuff aren't bad, but I just know hoodies in general are just real expensive. And then there's some weird stuff to where like for some reason the tank tops that are made of the same material as the t-shirt are like $5 more than the t-shirts are for some reason. Oh, legendary mallet, not ethereal, which doesn't make any sense to me, but that's what it is. So gotta grab the runic. There's so much stuff to ID over here. Let's first go with you. Or Magic Finds. Okay, are we getting Schaefer's Hammer? Stone Crusher. Well, not the Schaefer's, unfortunately, but I mean, it's got 10 flat damage. It's almost a grief. I feel like that looks like it's actually rolled high, but what else was I look? Oh yeah, I was gonna ID these just in case it was something, which it never is. Nice, Captain Crayon. E&B Skiller with life. I wouldn't mind one of those. See, we're discussing what would be better. 3 to Warcry's HP or 3 to Warcry's with 10 FCR. Probably the FCR, just because, and the only reason I say this is usually on a Warcry Barb, you go with the dual Heart of the Oaks, and then you slap on the Arachnid's Mesh, which I can actually use now. Oh no, I'm not. But the other character I have, my Barb, I think hit level 80. So I should be able to use that now that I think about it. So then you get to 100, and then you need 5 more FCR. So usually I would throw on an FCR amulet, so. Dex says, bummer, so many uniques are garbage now. By now, do you mean like they've been garbage for the last 21 years? Or do you mean like, what do you mean by now? Because like, I don't think any like rune words or anything got added in the last 2 decades, right? Like, wasn't it like 06 the last time, you know, back in D2? Statue, double essence. We'll check these. This is an odd looking Barb. Well, the thing is you just gotta run TZ Andy when it pops up, am I right? You gots to. My Barb, I haven't beat the game yet, so I not running TZ Andy on him. Go ahead and play her. Woof. I mean, it looked a little dangerous, which is why I backed up. Merc was too dumb to back up. Obviously. Double socketed. Crazy. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, Scott's been putting a couple back already. All right. Gotcha. Either getting after it in the early afternoon or I don't remember your physical location, but either way, be safe, my man. Be safe. Having a great time over there, I see. Gotcha. Checks out now. I don't remember which ones. Was this one that they updated? No, that's not one. I don't think. No, I don't think so. Or was it? I don't remember. Or was it? I don't remember. Congrats on the good luck at Trav there, Captain. Wait, you don't count that Stone Crusher earlier. What do you mean I don't count the Stone Crusher, Blacko? Like, you saying like I don't clip it for videos or something? Probably is what you mean, I guess. I do sometimes and I don't other times. Fast Eddie says, "Don't worry, I'm here now. I'm here." Thank you. Rune words are prioritized over uniques. Yeah, the way I view it, not that I have a huge issue with it. Everyone can do whatever they want. Is I look at Diablo 2 items as Diablo 2 items. You know, I don't hyper fixate on what color the words are at the top of the item that I'm using. I just like, I use Diablo 2 items and I use the ones I want to use and the ones I can get. So we'll get back to that though, because we're in a perfect telekinesis Ormus. Boom! Oh, firebolt? Okay. Not a worthless skill. Firebolt Sork incoming. But yeah, I don't need that, but so yeah, personally it's just me. I like, if I use a pair of set gloves, cool. If I use a rune word as the armor, cool. If I use a unique helmet, cool. If I use a crafted amulet, cool. If I use unique boots, of course, obviously, cool. You know, if I'm using a rune word on the shield, cool. You know, I don't like, oh man, this item's this item's this brown color. I don't like that. I want this item to be a yellow color or the green color. Like, I don't much care about what color the words are at the top, you know? Just personally. But yeah, your comment is a common sentiment. No, it doesn't. Oh, Eka. No, it don't. Oh my gosh. Scott says 252 at home doing laundry and dishes. I gotcha. Just having a day off, making it happen. Don't go too crazy though, but yeah, enjoy yourself. Yeah, I get you. I think, in my opinion. So yeah, Scott kind of agrees with you there. A lot of people view it as, you know, like you say there, the rune words, they're over top of these other type of items, and they're other, you know, I just don't view it that way. I view them as Diablo 2 items, and I use the ones that I want. You know what I mean? I don't like segregate the items so much and be like, I don't like this type of item because everybody uses a lot of these. I want to use this type of item, you know? Why do you farm Andy so much? So TZ Andy's drop rates on unique items is TZ Andy and TZ Meth are just way better than like everywhere else. Ooh, that's the first shard I found. So yeah, that's that would be the reason why. If you're trying to complete a Chronicle Warcry, 2 to Warcries with 2 to Warcry, it's got to be 3/3 or I can't justify using it. So pretty much when TZ, Meth, and Andy pop up, if I'm online, you gotta get it there. Gotta get it. State of Shock. Didn't pick up an Ogre Maul when it dropped. You can just see yourself out, okay? Just see yourself out of chat. I'm joking, of course. No, it's just a goofball, pointless trophy item that I looked for. My gosh. Sabre studded leather. Switch throw was one that they changed, right? That's one they just changed, right? And they added the increased attack speed, I think, maybe? Hit recovery, blocking, increased chance to block, attack speed, I think. Yeah, interesting, right? I'm not gonna wait too long, but I'm pretty sure that's one that they changed for like an early whatever. Rare items and character next ladder. Just gonna rock a Sork, Albert. Just rocking a Sork. Nothing too crazy. Nova more specifically. They didn't go insane with reducing drop rates at least? Well, the way RNG is, you never know yet. I mean, I could have just dropped the Burr Rune and you'd be like, oh, drop rates on Burr Runes are higher. You know. I assume they didn't drop them too crazy, though. I do kind of suspect that, yeah. Like, what? Got him in half, maybe? Just kind of throwing a random number out there, but yeah, I'm sure they didn't go from like, you know, they cut them by 98%, you know, like nothing. I assume it's nothing like that. Who cares about the item color, for example? Oh, I didn't have my Merc back. Whoopsie. Where did he go? Justiceer. Spirit is just too easy to make for how good it is. Okay. I can see the argument there. Oops, I just hit it. Okay, good. Didn't. So, like, if you didn't use Spirit, what would you do early on in the game? Before you got Self-Infinity, what would you use? Whiz Spike, Suicide Branch, stuff like that. Rhyme Shield. Oh, I was thinking of the sword. Off the top of my head there, but Rhyme Shield. So you have no FCR there. And then after Rhyme, what would you use? Go to Lidless. Lidless would be endgame. That would be underneath what Spirit is now. So you would nerf this. You would nerf the Sorceress. Player base gonna love that. Splendor. Boy, you know, the thing that I noticed about player bases, the one thing they love is when you nerf their characters. That's, I just kind of, that popped into my head. Everybody loves when their builds that they play all get nerfed simultaneously. Bleep them. Nerf them to the ground. Because, yeah, getting rid of Spirit would permanently nerf almost 90% of builds that everybody plays right now. It would just be a permanent, one-time, boom, instant nerf. Or would you leave Spirit, but add, like, a Burrune on it or something? Or a Sir? Oh, I gotta bring that stuff back to my Barbarian. Oh, yes, so someone asked about the thing. So this is one thing that I do. Think of it what you will or whatever. I have a macro set up on my mouse where I just hit the side button on my mouse and it automatically saves and exits, selects the character, enters the new game. So it just saves me moving my wrist more, like my wrist, ever since I've been a streamer. Wrist bugs me and my fingers, you know, it just saves some wear and tear on my wrists and stuff. And so I decided to do it just to pretty much for that reason. Because obviously I don't care about going super fast because, like, I sit here and talk all the time, so. I was barely muted. Whoopsie. So pretty much what I said is you can pretty much save and exit. You can save and exit pretty much that fast manually. You just have to do it, and it's more work on your hands and fingers and wrists and stuff. Man, my nose is bugging me so bad. My gosh. What's going on around here? Okay. We should be at 105. We got an extra skill. Tiny bit more magic find. Better Maras we found. Why not? We got magic find, some good old wait. Oh yeah, I forgot it was like that. Some sling ring with the magic find for the FCR and the magic find only. Really? We are at 105, right? Yeah, 105. So that's looking good. I forgot I had a little extra space because I ran out of MF charms. A few more. Oh, 320. Guess I should have kept that 4 MF one I had before, huh? Echoing Strike Warlock incoming. Farming for a second Heart of the Oak. I generally don't I do sometimes, I shouldn't say never, but I don't usually target farm one individual thing like that necessarily. I do want to find a 4-socketed flail to make another Heart of the Oak. I need to make another Call to Arms, so I wouldn't mind it home. I haven't made Grief or Fortitude, so I need to find a low or two. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. All kinds. Hero's Might. Sort my small charms by graphics. No. I don't think anybody can do that, really. I don't think it's possible. But yeah. Now I gotta decide what I want to do here. Maybe we'll just pick up charms, throw that in. We'll just leave it like this, I guess. Whatever. Okay. No, not that. As it falls, you'll use it. Kind of, yeah. I honestly have the runes to make Heart of the Oak. I just don't have the 4-socketed flail to make another one. So yeah. 2 different statues at once, Captain? Nice. You got the Andy one and a Duriel one? Legendary. That's how half of the Bale statues I have, I got them off of Diablo. Because Bale's just like super stingy. Would I watch an interview with whoever did the gear for D2? I mean, I feel like I have. A couple different times, in fact. Like, I feel like Llama has before, and I feel like Xtimus did back in the day. Could be wrong, though. What about your torch? Wait, why don't I have a torch? Did I just not put it in here because I didn't have it? It wouldn't work at the time. I thought I had the torch in here. This is my stomach like sank for a second here. Yeah, I'm not sure what was up with that. Not sure. Oof, my stomach lit. I was like, where's my torch? I didn't throw it on the ground and forget about it, did I? I mean, I got 3 more open spots. Like, come on. I might just throw random stuff in here just to fill it up so it doesn't bug me. Let me go look at my charms real quick. Let's look at these other characters real quick, too, to make sure I ain't got be no having nothing on them. I definitely have a Gajeeds over there. T-Foss, you'll get what you're looking for. Yeah, even all that magic find they'll still drop white items for you. 5 all res, sure, why not? We'll throw that over on them. That could help, right? Why did they keep a 14? Well, I guess it's kind of good, but Niels, welcome in. Anyone having trouble opening the game today? I have not heard anything, personally. I think that's all the oh no, wait, is that all the characters? I got a Warlock down here too, don't I? Jackson, 94, because it's so easy to blast everything MP8. Nothing. Castle Fear, welcome in. So I guess we'll just go into my Charm Mule and see what I got. So I got spots for 2 more pieces. Don't want to be gotten and having none of that? Yeah, you got to watch out for having some of that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll just use these 3 right here. It's perfect. Like that guy from King of the Hill. Oh, we're coming here and here, going on whatever, you know what I'm saying? Perfect. Actually, you know what would be better? If I put the torch right in the middle. The Annie, like, right here. Perfect. Doesn't this look good, fellas? Good setup? Oh, wait a second. I'm trying to mix them up worse. I don't have enough of these graphics to make it work. Boomhauser, there you go. Boomhauser, exactly. Boomhauser. You're convinced all single-player Griffins were hero edited in? Nope. I actually found a Griffins already. That was like the first. Crazy enough, that was like the first like rare, like good item that I got. Like rare in the sense of hard to find. I think it rolled so-so if I remember correctly. Right in the middle. Right smack dab in the middle. What'd we find? So we got some stuff off of TZ Andy. We got some Runeward bases and stuff in here. With the amount of magic find and using item find and stuff, I actually haven't found like any uniques, but I found one of the new items that was changed. That's neat. Ooh, Elder Staff, let's go! The sick find like on the one of the first days of the ladder. Oof. Curse. That's not fun to find, I can tell you that much. Retro said he never got anything from TZ Andy. That's pretty crazy, because TZ Andy is insane. Oh, I did want to check this real quick. Can always up. Ooh, got the Fool's mod on there. Needs a. That got a bunch of enhanced damage. The Fool's mod, 40 increased attack speed. Boom. Got that Hoto base? No. 4 socketed flails, not easy to come by. Yeah, so offline single player the Afterburner, like Captain there said. If you've already been somewhere, it will be revealed perpetually. Sexist TZ Andy definitely hooked you up a few times. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Same here. Read a Death Century. Rah. Shattered got 2 Griffins off of TZ Andy this week. Yeah, TZ Andy is kind of the GOAT for Griffins. Especially for like how good Griffins is. For any of them lightning, like everything lightning, of course. Crazy. Caps is map bind. Gotcha. You're accidentally putting on all caps. Nice. I do turn on all caps like all the time. It's right there next to the map button, yeah. Struggling to find decent gear. I'm farming Fisto. Andy and Diablo find 1 cham. You found a cham? That's crazy. That's really uncommonly found. But so yeah, if you're hunting uniques, like I don't know if you're online or not. If you're online P1, it is what it is, but if you're on single player, do Meph and Andy on players 3 if you can. If you're doing like the Cast Sanctuary, you said you're doing Cast Sanctuary, you said Diablo. Tips. Kind of depends what build you are too. I would stick to areas that are good for your build. So it depends what your build is. Like if I was like a Hammerden, I generally wouldn't go farm Andy and Meph. But if I was like a Sork looking for better gear, I generally wouldn't go do the Cast Sanctuary, you know. So that's kind of one. I would just kind of stick to the areas. Like if you're a Blizz Sork, do like you said, Meph and Andy, and then do like Ancient Tunnels, Stony Tombs. If you're a Fire Sork, you can do Stony Tombs and like that, you know. But if you're like a Fist of Heavens Paladin, I would just kind of stick with the Cast Sanctuary and maybe do like the pits and stuff. So yeah. Is Warlock good ladder starter? Yes. Yeah, probably the easiest ladder starter in the whole game, to be perfectly honest. Start off with the magic version, all the purple magic, all the like the girly looking magic stuff. Start with that, and you're gonna be. You can start off with on the literal playthrough. I guess you can go with the fire warlock and respec into the magic one like midway, kind of like you do with all fire builds in D2, I guess. But once you like hell difficulty and stuff, once you're the magic using abyss and miasma chain. Why do I keep doing that? You're just like golding. It's like being a Hammerden, but you can drop hammers like over in the corner right on top of people, and it sucks them together and stuns them at the same time. It's pure lunacy, to be perfectly honest. Summon Necro good for ladder starter? It is, but that's another case of I never like start. When I say ladder starter, I don't mean the playthrough. If I ever refer to a ladder starter, I'm talking about like the build I use to farm up better gear right after I beat the game. You know, I'm like level 65 or 70, and I'm like, I need better gear now. Like, we just beat it as a team. Now I need to go farm some gear. That's what I mean by a ladder starter. Summon Necro can help your team, though. I mean, it's not like the optimal way to help your team, but it's like a way. So, Sork is the only ladder starter. That's not true at all. It definitely, definitionally not the only one, but. X. Isn't this another one they updated or whatever? No, it's not ringing a bell. I don't know. Need to take a look at the list. Go Druid. I started a ladder not that long ago with Druid. Wind Druid is good. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, the one I started, it's one that I never used as a budget farmer before, but I started off with my patented Corpse Explosion Summon Druid the other season. And no, I did not misspeak. It's even harder than it sounded. It's even harder than it sounded to start a ladder with. You use an item that has Corpse Explosion on it, so you play it just like a summon Necro, but you're a Druid. Because really, the summons on a Druid are much better than the summons on a Necro, right? But yeah, if you know, you know, yeah. See. Doesn't feel like the shard drop rates got nerfed on Lion. Got like a dozen of them in half a day. I mean, the thing is too, like nerf can be very. I mean, that just means they got lowered in some sense. Did they lower it 15%? You know, like maybe. I have no idea. They, you know, I don't, as far as I'm aware, unless I'm confused, which is very likely. They just said they're getting lowered. They didn't say by how much or anything, right? Pretty sure. So 30 charges not enough. You gotta rock dump two of those. That is one of those builds. It is totally a meme build. That's the only build I've ever really played where I keep a piece of gear in the cube to swap, you know. And you have to do runs like Neelathak, you know. You go to Neelathak, take him out, reset, you know. But what I was doing with it, I was actually going I was going Eldritch and Shank, and then I'd go do Pindle. I'd do Thresh Shocket. I would do Neelathak, like I said, and then I would reset. And every run, I had to leave my cube open, or my stash inventory open, so I could grab armors and wands and stuff to sell every run, because it was like 100k gold per run. I did a whole drop highlight video of farming with just that Corpse Explosion Summon Druid. Just because I was like, I want to invent my own build. No one's ever done this before. No one's dumb enough to do this. Death War Strikes off of Thresh Shocket. What a legend. Running Thresh Shocket like a boss. Thresh Shocket is the GOAT. Oh, Eka. Why don't I pick up the blue codexes and the Barb helms? Yeah, I would spend 700 years. If I picked up every blue item that has like a 1 in 10 million chance of being good, I would never, like, it would take 70 hours to get enough runs done to make a video. Not to mention by godly, it would I would probably end up never using them because it would mess up my different breakpoints and stuff. And I would need like some other super godly like tiara or something to use instead of like a Shaco, which then I would lose some magic find and stuff. Like, you know, it would be a sick clip of some godly thing though, but I just decided, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I used to pick up all the rare belts. I used to pick up this and that. Executive decision. Toss Corpse Explosion on and max out Fire Mastery. I think there's something with that to where that doesn't work. It's something like, because you're not like dealing fire damage, you're casting a spell that blows up the corpse. Or don't quote me on this, I'd have to look it up again, but I feel like it doesn't work that way. No key, what's going on? Just gonna go with a boring old sorceress for this upcoming season. Boring old sword. Yeah, so Lux. The ethereal items definitely do look different in your inventory. And you know what? I was sitting here, I was actually thinking about it after I got off stream. 7 magic find. Grandchime, unfortunate. And I actually remember now having this conversation with chat like a year ago. The exact same thing. Like, I thought you could tell on the ground and like spending 7 minutes like looking at it the same exact way. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was just mistaken. I don't know where that came from. Ooh, do it. Shoot a warlock. Find demon. Consume. Yeah. Weird. Oh yeah. You think the chance of a blue item being good is way better than the chance of finding Tyrell's Might? Well, your odds of getting a Tyrell's Might will lower if you're spending an extra minute and a half per run identifying blue items and then having to run over to the shop and buy more scrolls of identify every other run, you know. And when you're trying to complete a chronicle and blue items are nowhere to be seen in the chronicle, you know, they're not needed to be found. Yeah, they're just like, I mean, obviously it'd be cool for a clip for a video and stuff, be hype, but Captain Cran says, yeah, the only thing you really pick up anymore is like headdresses, circlets, jabs, rare boots. The same here, actually. I do pick up rare weapons. I find it very interesting, the rare weapons when they roll with, like, you know, 415 enhanced damage and stuff, you know? Or they roll with, you know, close to really good, you know? 338 enhanced damage with, like, the Fool's mod or something, you know? Or with 40 increased attack speed and, like, something else, you know? Mewtwo is a blue ring enjoyer. Yeah, I stopped picking those up a long time ago, too. Hence. See, really, if you... Oh, well, we want to pick this up. It could be a 40 MF ring. Nope. What if it was? We could pick this up. What if it rolled Cruel Fools with 2 to bow skills? Nope. Like, you know, you could do that with, like, everything. It's... Oh, Forgotten Volume. We better identify that, too. Oh, nope. Garbage again. You know. Gotta draw the line somewhere, I feel. Orbs. Yeah, I stopped picking up orbs when I don't even pick up rare orbs anymore. Because I had some that were like quote unquote good, and I was like, I'm never gonna use this. I'm never even gonna use this over Oculus or Heart of the Oak. Like, who am I kidding? Whoops, messed something up there. So yeah, Mewtwo, you're talking about a rare one that had multiple mods on it, at like along with Cruel Fools. Yeah, that's what I will sometimes pick up rare bows and stuff like that, like rare weapons and stuff. But the magic stuff, you know, I'm not picking up all those, you know. But it could roll Cruel, and then you Larzik it and get 2 sockets in it, and then you put 2 40-15s in it, and like, okay, all right. Did they change one of the set rings? Why do I feel like I thought they did or something? Not that one. That looks very, very much normal. Man, can I get some more skillers? You guys need to give me advice. How come I'm not finding skillers? Why am I identifying them wrong? I'm not sure. Bases more than anything, Lux says. This is true. Bases are more commonly worth something, and they're kind of easy to trade, yeah. Nagelring? Yeah, I know Nagelring. I thought they changed the set. And yeah, they actually changed that, George. That was a typo or a mistake in the patch notes. They actually made it FCR. It did originally say walk around though, yeah. 3 Mastery, 3 Blizz. Yeah, you can definitely get stuff like that, but I don't know. Would I ever use that over an Isted Oculus? No, I wouldn't. On a Sorceress. Straight up 3 to all skills with all that magic find, all res and everything. When I stopped and looked at it, I'm like, I've been identifying these all the time, spending all this time, and I have them. I'm never going to use this stuff. Like, there's no way I could use this over an Oculus. Saving those gems to roll charms. I indeed am. Yeah, I need to get on that, actually. I need to, maybe one time off stream, I just need to farm for like a half hour in a good Terra Zone. And I need to save up a couple more Terra Zone Grand Chimes. I couldn't spit that out. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what I was trying to say there. Oh, was I mistaken earlier? Manald is the one that got changed? Yeah, you're right. Aki keeps teleporting you. You're playing Sork wrong. No, that's great. That's a good thing. The number of times that Oculus, like, not the number of times, but every once in a while when it does happen, because it just saves your life. Because if you're ever close enough to monsters that you need to, as a sorceress, that you're getting hit, you want it to teleport you away instantly. You don't want to be up there getting beaten down. Why do you want to stay there getting beat down? Don't you want to teleport away to safety? Like, to a different place? Oculus saves your life all the time. It's a good point. Good point. Oculus, great for saving your life. Isted Oxy, yeah. Oc, O-C. First syllable, Oc. Second syllable, C-Y, which is C. Yep, everybody knows it. Not if you telestomp you into another mob. Well, don't. Well, if you're getting beat down and getting killed by one mob and it teleports you into a different pack where then you're getting killed by a different mob, sounds like you messed up in the first place already. So you would have died anyways. So, yeah, there you go. Point proven for 1 point Phil. Aki lose. No. But that argument doesn't work for Aki either. Doesn't really work for having the Y at the end regardless. Sense of Yagai or something. That needs some enhanced damage or something on it. Am I crazy? Oculus, Shaco, Stoner Jordan. What's the best boss? Yeah, it's definitely Andy in my opinion. For if you want all that stuff, yeah. Weren't there Oculus rings back in the day? There sure was. Yeah, rings with $3 skills on them and stuff. Ooh, man, crazy. Those were the days. I had an idea that they should do this, like how hype it would be, only for one season. And at the end of the season, there'd be a giant rust storm and it would be gone forever. They wouldn't transfer over to non-ladder. But for one season, they should do like a 1.08 ladder or something. Or do one ladder where it's just like it is now, but just randomly, you don't tell nobody, but they're just playing ladder and like super uncommon, like super uncommon, but like Oculus rings drop, and like all of a sudden you can e-bug armor. There's white rings, hex charms. How nasty would that be? See, that's what I think. I've actually said that for a long time. I think they took that idea and they used that for dropping the patch, honestly. Like, the patch is live right now. We didn't tell you. I should careful what you wish for, Phil. Careful what you wish for, Phil. But it would be hype. The constriction rings? Ooh. Burrs rings? I've never seen that before. I never seen a Burrs ring before. $420, welcome in. Welcome in. Time for work. All right, peace out, Zach. Why is there a queue right now? There must be something with the new patch or something, I guess. Maybe there's a little issue here or there, or there's so many people excited about the new patch that there's a queue. Maybe. Everyone's excited to go get those Minalds. Can't say for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call her a day on the stream. I was thinking about going a little bit longer, but I'm pretty tired today, I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hop out. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Best of luck on your drops. And don't forget, I want you to make sure you don't forget this. Keeps the lion. Oh, yeah.